the Minister for Planning. Has the master plan process for the UniSA Magill campus commenced? And if so, when did it commence? And with your leave, sir, and that of the House, I will explain.
Leave is sought. Is leave granted?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. On August the 10th, 2023, In Daily reported the Minister's comments at the time that Renew SA will not begin master planning the site for at least 5 years. However, by last week, In Daily were reporting that Renew SA had released a tender for a planning consultancy to master plan the 11-hectare Magill campus.
The Minister for Planning.
Well, it's true. We're 10 seconds in. We're 10 seconds in. So just steady. Waiting with bated breath. Yeah. I've received a bit of correspondence from the member opposite and from the member for Bragg about their hostility to strategic infill and general infill as well. Well, that's the best way to describe it. That's not an unfair characterisation of their correspondence to me, and we can go into that. And I know that the opposition's housing policy tends to be hostility to all forms of supply, it would seem. It'd be. Well, what happens is the honourable member should understand that things evolve. Now, what happened between the In Daily article and the tender going out is that the Campbelltown Council and Renewal SA and myself, and of course in part in response to very sensible inquiries by the member for Morialta about the childcare centre and many other things, and it seemed to me that there was an appetite from local government and from local members to have a degree of certainty around the master planning for this site. So I stand by my comments about density. We don't want Manhattan in Magill, but equally there's a desire for certainty or a desire for knowledge, and you can't have that unless you have master planning. So happy to work with the City of Campbelltown, happy to work with members opposite, happy to, of course, receive the briefings of Renewal SA who do want to get on with the master planning documents but who have not appointed a master planner as yet. I'll, of course, read their recommendations with care, and of course I'll consult local members about what is a very important strategic site for the state.
Member for Morialta with a supplementary.
A supplementary to the member for Hartley's excellent question. Given what the minister's just said, when does he propose to start consulting with the community in Magill, in the member for Hartley and my electorate?
The Minister for Planning.
Well, I've already had a couple of really positive meetings with the City of Campbelltown and the Mayor, and I think that it's important to talk to local government about these, the range of strategic sites we've got from Franklin Street to West End to Keswick to Magill to Smithfield to Noarlunga, because this is a government that believes in housing supply and believes in doing really good and do really very, very good projects across the city to accommodate that. It's also important because the honourable member himself asked me about the future of the childcare centre. So I and the Minister for Education visited the childcare centre. I can't quite remember the date, but I'm happy to take that element on notice. I met with the committee there who runs the not-for-profit childcare, and I gave them an assurance that they would be able to stay on site, would be able to plan for their future, because I think their lease is up relatively soon. We want to give them long-term security. And obviously we want to answer the matters about heritage, which the member for Morialta has brought up with me, the issues of open space along the creek line, which he has brought up with me, and of course it's a large site. So it seemed to me that the sorts of inquiries those opposite wanted answered could best be answered by master planning. I'll take careful note of the evidence or the recommendations that Renewal give me, and of course I'm happy to update the House as we go.
The member for Flinders.